Hello and welcome back to my craft room. My name is Yvette Quale. I like to create craft tutorials for beadwork, junk journaling, paper crafting, and more. And I also do junk journal, flip throughs, shop reveals, hauls, all kinds of stuff. So I hope you hit that like bell for this video and go ahead and hit the notification bell and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. So today I'm going to be looking at the finished product of my Van Gogh inspired journal. So let's get into it, and I'll link all the other videos that I've done on this journal for the process along the way. And in the first video is a link to all of the digital kits and shops where I obtained items for this journal. So let's go ahead and get into this. So on the cover, if you've been with me on this journey of the journal, you'll know that the cover was made with quilt blocks, and I pieced those all together by hand. There's a little bit of trim on the corner here, down at the bottom, and then also on the spine here. So we'll get into this a little bit more. On the cover here, I just have a piece of lace with a crocheted yarn tie, and that's so that as this journal is used and things are put into it, it can expand. So this journal will be for sale. I'll be sending it to Lindsey at Nevermore Creations 17. And she has a YouTube channel and a consignment shop for journal makers. So I'll be sending this to her unless it sells before I send it off. So if you're interested in purchasing this journal, please message me and I can get you the details on that. So again, on the cover here, we just have pieced together. As you can see here, I've done some hand stitching around all of the pieces. I have a little bit of lace on there, a little bit of lace in the corner here, some more up here. And then you'll notice all around the edge here, I've done beading all around the edge. So this is all hand beaded, and you put them on one seed bead at a time and put them on there. So they are hand sewn onto the perimeter of the journal all the way around. So it gives it a nice finished look. Let's look at the top here, and we have 3 signatures, as you can see here. I have a lot of fluff and stuff on this one. A little bit of cheesecloth and some cotton thread here, so you'll see those as we get into it. We can look at the spine here, or the page edges here. I've got some trim, I've got some Edith Holden tabs, I have some little like ball trim, just different kinds of stuff on there. So we'll get into that as we get into the journal. On the spine here, I took 2 pieces of this darker lace. It's the same as the lighter lace here, but in a little bit larger sample. So I put that on here, put 2 of those on there. And then this is a hand beaded tassel that I made. It's got a little vintage bird bead at the top, and then just a whole bunch of leaves and flowers in the dangles on that. So that's going to hang on the side there. And that can be removed. It's attached up here with a bulb pin, so we can remove that if the person wants to. So let's go ahead and open this up. The journal does lie pretty flat. It does have a little bit of a raised effect on the side here, but as we flip through it, you'll see that it's not too bulky, and you can write on it and stuff. So it's not an alligator mouth by any means. As you can see there, it does close nicely. So let's go ahead, put this tassel up here so it's kind of out of the way. In the front here, I have, this was a Happy Mail that I received, and I've just put that in the front here. And then I have a picture of Van Gogh from a magazine, and that's on there. And then this is just a little pocket that I've trimmed out. This is one of the kits that I used. I did use kits from Lindsey at Nevermore Creations, and I have people ask me about that. I get my kits from her printed because I don't have a really good printer, so I do order those from her printed. So when you go to her website, she has digitals, and then she also has printed digitals. So if you order the digital, you just get the file and print it off. If you buy the kit as a pre-printed, then you get the printed copies. And it's a really high quality paper that she uses. So here we have some tea-dyed paper. I made a little tuck spot out of Van Gogh. And then here's a little card here. This is from the kit. And this is also from one of the kits that I used. And then I just kind of did some hand coloring on there. You can see When I move it around, it's got some metallic just coloring on there. Here's a little piece of trim. So this is a piece of coffee dyed paper, perforated edge of the paper, and then I just put a little bit more of that with some cheesecloth behind it. Over here I took a larger image of a Van Gogh painting, and this washi tape is from Amity Bloom. So all the washi tape that I've used in this is from Amity Bloom on Etsy. Here's a little bird cut out here from a bird magazine, and then as we open this up we have a little bit more of that coffee dyed paper and a little piece here from the kit and a tuck spot that I've made here with a little more of that washi tape. And then here's a journal card with more washi tape on that. So this just kind of folds in for a secret little spot to journal. Here I've trimmed this out with a beaded trim. I did not make this trim, it came that way. And then I have another page here. Here's a little bit of more coffee dyed and a little doily with some cheesecloth behind it. So this image was really pretty. I kind of duplicated what was going on here. I kind of made it cohesive. I tried to anyway. A little bit of my hand stitching on all the pages, or most of the pages. This just folds out into a journal spot. And then we have another Van Gogh here and one here with a digital on the back. So I did a nature themed Van Gogh, and I think it went together really well. Very eclectic look to it. I do struggle a little bit with yellow. It's not my very favorite color. I know I work in the paint industry, so I know there's people who either really love yellow, or there's people that are like, not my favorite. So I fall in the not my favorite category, but this journal just came together really nice, and I do like it paired with the blue and then just a little bit of a hint of green. So yeah, like I said, the whole thing was kind of inspired by this kit that I got from Ephemera Treasure Trove on Facebook, and she had all these images of Van Gogh items, and I was like, hey, I could make a Van Gogh journal. So that's kind of how this came together. And then I just thought that the botanical nature theme just went really well with it as well. So this is also from the kit that I got from Lindsey. A little bit of Edith Holden on the edge here. And then this was a Happy Mail. Little card on the back. A little bit more of that coffee dyed paper. Did a little stenciling on this page. And then I took the coffee dyed paper, we'll see the other page in a little bit, and instead of folding it exactly in half, I just folded it with this little maybe 2-inch reveal and then glued it down at the top and bottom and made a pocket out of it. So it kind of becomes like an envelope that doesn't, have another pocket to it. It's just a page on the other side. So you'll see that when we get over there. And then this is just clipped on, and this is actually a coffee filter that's been coffee dyed, and it's loose in here, but I kind of tucked it under. My thought was you could write in there and kind of hide something. Again, this is just a tea-dyed paper that I've put a little dots on there and some drawing. A little mushroom sticker over here. This is from Edith Holden's book. I did a little stenciling on there, and this is a little card that comes out. You can use that anywhere you want in the journal. A little bit of Edith Holden up there. And then this just comes off here. This folds out, and then in here I have a couple of other pieces that the person can use anywhere in the journal that they want. They're not backed or anything, so they're not really journal cards, they're just images. Here I've made this. This is from a gardening book. I just wrote journal on there, and then this is from Lindsey's kit. So that just tucks up in here. And then here's our center of our first signature. I did a little belly band here. This is from Lindsey's kit as well. I made a little journal card out of that. And then this is from Ephemera Treasure Trove. Came with the kit there. And so I just cut this out and used that here as a little side pocket. A little bit of sari silk on the edge. These are all loose pieces that can be used anywhere in the journal, again from Amity Bloom here. And then this is a little pocket that I made. Just fold the page over, glue it top and bottom. And then this has the coffee filter, coffee dyed. And I just hand drew these lines on here, and then this just kind of tucks in. Again, I like a lot of secret little journal spots so people can just write in there what they want. This is from the kit. Of course, we have this picture here, and this has a little paper clip here that I just put a little lace on, and then this flips up, and I used the Amity Bloom washi tape to hold that down, and then on the back that just becomes decorative. So I just put this on here to kind of keep that secured in the journal. And then this opens up to some more journaling. And this I did a little bit of stenciling, and then I took that stenciling kind of drew on there with some metallic marker. And then we have a pocket here. This is actually like a folder, the manila folder. So I just cut a notch in it and made a pocket out of it. And here's a journal card that I made with more of that pretty paper on there. It's got another image here that can be used anywhere in the journal. So that's unfinished on the back. Here we have a pocket with some little collage piece that I made here. And then these are just little things that can be put in the journal. And this is a little lace fabric pocket on the edge here, trimmed out. And got a little cheesecloth on here with a wax seal that I made. A little more Edith Holden and one of the numbers on her book page. So that is, what is that, the second signature? Yep. So here we are on the third one, last one. And this again is just clipped on here with some cheesecloth on the top. And that's just blank, so you can do what you want with that. And then this just opens up for another little secret spot. And this, of course, is from Lindsey's kit over on the right here. And I put a little yellow trim on there with some buttons on the edge. I love white vintage buttons. This is another piece of Edith Holden book. This is just one of the pages in the back, and I thought I was going to make an envelope out of it, and then I love her writing, and I know a lot of people like to use her writing just here and there in a journal, so I just included this page on here. That could be glued down and made into an envelope or a tuck spot or a journal card or something, but kind of left that there for the recipient to figure out what they want to do. Here's a little sticker down here, and a little tuck spot here with one of Mr. Van Gogh's images, and then that just opens up to a journal spot. And then we have more of the coffee filter here. This clips on the side, has a little mushroom on there, and then in the front it's got a little bird. I layered that up with one of the images I got with the Van Gogh kit. And then this is Happy Mail that just tucks in a spot here, and this opens up to a journaling spot. So I just slipped that over the page and then put a clip on it. So that's again a little hidden spot there. And then I have a little bit of lace and trim and copy dyed paper that they can put wherever they'd like. A little more stenciling, another image there. This is a vintage hand crocheted piece with some of the lace, a little bit of button, and I just left the, I'll move that up there. As you can see, I just left the original threads in there and then just put a little cheesecloth behind it. This, I just took my little brush. I use a makeup brush like this, and I just kind of went around it with a little bit of ink so it's not a white page. And this is a folded over journal spot, so this just folds out like this and then folds back up. And in here I have some coffee dyed paper, and a little bit of vintage trim over here. My attempt at drawing a sunflower. I am no Van Gogh for sure. And then this is from Lindsey's kit, another one of these beautiful pages here. And then this I just layered up, and there's a little journal card in here, folds out, little index card that's been, it's got some texture to it. That just opens up, and this is actually part of a mailing envelope. And then what I did was just slip that over the top of the page and then paper clip that down. So that becomes part of this. In the back here I have a jean pocket. This is supposed to go in there. With some extra pieces, a little bit from the book about Van Gogh. And then this little booklet in the back here that was Happy Mail. So I've got all that. I got some trim down here, as you can see, just layered that up. And then I have a little bit of cheesecloth at the top here. Again, you can see that beadwork all the way around, and that also shows on the inside of the journal. And on the background here, what I do is when I make the cover, I make it so it folds over into this part of the journal. Then I put a strip down here of, a coordinating cloth, and then make sure that that goes down into the crease there that I leave between the chipboard pieces. And so that's all finished off, so that even, when you look in between the signatures, if I can find one, it still looks really nice in between all the signatures. So there we have our Van Gogh journal. I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little review. And again, if you're interested in this journal, I will be selling it through Lindsey at Nevermore Creations 17.com. But in the meantime, if you'd like to pick this up before I mail it off in a few weeks, go ahead and message me, and I'd be happy to discuss that further with you. I have had some people ask me recently if I do commission work, and I do. So if you see a journal that you like and it's already sold, or it was made for a custom order or something like that, and you want something similar, please feel free to message me, and I'll get back to you with pricing and ideas for what we can do together, and also how far out I would be in making that for you. So I love to communicate with everybody. I'm happy to see comments, and I do hope that if you're not subscribed to my channel, that you do consider that. And I thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.